So, Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse is actually a good movie. In fact, I wasn't expecting it to be this good. As a person who grew up with Spider-Man his entire life, I have to say that it was really fun and unique to look at so many versions of the character appear on screen. You have this version of Spider-Man who is basically a loser in his own universe. You have this anime robot version of Spider-Man. You have this Looney Tunes pig version of Spider-Man. And then you have my absolute favorite, a 1930s noir Nick Cage Spider-Man. And you know I love me some Nick Cage.
This is my mission!
So the studio Sony has a bit of a history of how it messes up Spider-Man, in many cases big time, by throwing too much at you. But in this case, even though it does throw too much at you, it never feels too much, which is pretty ironic. Of course, what really stands out in this movie is the animation. I will admit that it took me a while to get used to the animation because I've never actually seen anything like it before, but towards the middle, a lot of the sequences ended up becoming breathtaking. And I have a huge respect for the animators who worked so hard on this. And I think my only problem with this movie is that the villains are really underdeveloped. And that's probably because there's a lot of Spider-Man villains in here. There's like a demon version of the Green Goblin, there's Dr. Octopus in there somewhere, and then there's the Kingpin, which is kind of a hilarious design. But despite all that, the story is still unique, the characters are fun, the comedy is on point, and the animation is amazing. Even though I love Infinity War so much, I have to admit that this is probably the best superhero movie to come out all year. On top of that, it's actually one of the best movies I've seen all year, so I am going to give it a very high 8 out of 10. If you want to take your kids to something for the holidays, I highly recommend this one. Oh, by the way, do you like the fact that I can now use a microphone and have videos, actual videos instead of photos now? Yeah, I'm getting good at this shit.